My name is Rennie.
Again? We're gonna go back from the top? Okay.
My name is Rennie.
I'm Gustavo.
And we are moving in 3 days to a 19th century chateau. And we're going to restore it, right?
Yeah. Wait, that was like, it's a lot of information there. No, it's okay. How are you feeling?
I'm terrified but excited. We're going to be working on this project for a very long time. It's not something that's going to be done overnight.
When you take on a project like that, you're basically a custodian. You're just preserving this monument, this building, this land for the next generation.
Me, I was born in Oregon, but I moved to Virginia as a kid, which is known in the United States as a very historical place. So I developed appreciation for old buildings and history as well when I was there.
Yeah, and I'm an architect. I know a lot about the, let's say the theory. This will be my first time having a real hands-on experience renovating by myself.
Do you want to talk about coming from the New World?
Do you want to talk about class struggle?
Yes.
Okay. Why a chateau? We're moving to Château de la Ferté. Well, a chateau in English would be chateaus like what translates to castle?
Castle, yeah.
Yeah, I think castle is a bit of an exaggeration. More of a...
Manoir.
Yeah, would it be like a manor house? This is a house that we still don't have a lot of information about who the previous owners were. This is also part of the process, not only restoring the walls, but restoring the history.
It's not just the people who lived there, it's what it was used for. What did they grow in the garden? Did they have animals on the property? Coming from the Americas, we have less built history around us, and these places are a lot harder to come by.
I particularly come from a city that has been very unkind with this built environment. Everything was made like in name of the progress, capitalism. Even as a kid, I saw all these treasures being demolished, sometimes become parking lots. Seeing all that, again, that human capital just going to waste was painful. Being able to do this, even though I'm doing this in France, is something I'm looking forward to.
He's been looking at listings for a very long time.
I've been looking at listings for years now. It always struck me how much you can get for your money outside of Paris. Paris being such an expensive city. One of the problems I always found is that you could find these amazing places for pretty much nothing, but there was no way you could live in it. You would have to camp for months and months on end. There was like no floors, no roof. Lucky enough, we found the Château de la Ferté that was up for sale. This nice couple started the renovation. It's a pleasure to be going to a place where we can have a nice hot shower at the end of the day.
Because we're going to need it. There's going to be a lot of work to do.
There's going to be a lot of sweat.
And tears, and happy tears.
And I hope not blood.
Probably some blood, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm originally from São Paulo, Brazil. I have been in France since 2008. I wanted to learn French because I have a French side of my family. My grandfather was French. But then I started working, and that 6 months year turned out to 16 years.
I only moved to France recently myself, and I had taken French in middle school and high school, and I always wanted to develop my French-speaking skills in an immersive environment. Thankfully, the French state allowed me to come and to practice my music here in France, and that first year of living in France was amazing. I met so many new people.
Don't believe in what the films say. French are actually quite nice and welcoming.
Especially if you take the time to learn the culture and learn the language. But what I was saying is that it was also magical because I met this guy. It's the perfect person to dump all your life savings into a crumbling building.
I always wanted to do this project, but I wasn't going to do it by myself. I was saying to myself, this is always going to be a dream. But Rennie was the one that made it into a reality. Showed me that we could do this with... That's so cute. But it is.
In preparation for this big life change, I have watched a lot of YouTube Chateau channels. I really felt that there was something unique that we could bring to the table, especially being that Gustavo is an architect and this is what he does for a living. We want to help people understand where to do things DIY and where to bring in the big guns, because building like this has a lot of amazing features that will need to be restored and treated with care.
If you want to do electric renovation, you need to do it with the right people, otherwise things can go really wrong. Same for plumbing.
As you've seen on TikTok, I'm sure all of you guys.
What's on TikTok?
Exploding pipes and people doing DIY stuff really bad. This will not be a channel like that. We're not going to paint any marble.
What?
We're not going to paint over any marble. We don't even have any marble.
Why would people paint over marble?
That's exactly the point. It happens every day.
At the beginning, we're thinking of filming just for ourselves, as sort of like
to document it for
like
ourselves.
a diary. We will have the privilege of sharing so many interesting things, so many interesting aspects of this renovation.
Artisans, the boiserie, the masonry.
Just when you see the roof of this building, it's so complex. This is almost like shipbuilding. You want to be in touch with someone who has worked with this kind of structure before. What you can learn from these people is just incredible. And having that on camera, having that being passed on, I think that's a very valuable tool. Use that human capital and add to the human capital that's already in the chateau. A place this big with that much space, coming from Paris or from any big city, you want to have people there. There will be no other way.
Yeah.
And you want your friends, you want your family, you want the community. It's as we say in architecture, it's not only about the project, it's also about the program. The program is what's happening in there, what it's going to be used for.
I've had the privilege and honor of being invited into historic places like this to play shows, festivals. For me, it's a little bit of an opportunity to continue that tradition of opening up these historic places to the public. I think it'll be an amazing place to invite my friends who are musicians and other artists and to share this space as a venue. So we're going to do it right.
Yes, but I think the way we're saying this seems like it's going to be like a party place 24/7.
It is.
Yeah.
Do you think we should show them now, the chateau?
Yes.
Are you guys ready?
Cool. What is that face?
I'm excited.
That way. This window doesn't open. Come on, bro. Yes, almost. Get out of here. Get out of there. Get up. That way. Get out. Yeah, almost. Come on, man. Yes. One is gone. There might be another one.